Mekacha Obibia, baby Bia, Obia, Nameka will say, aha, the Jenny so. Annie, the Jenny season 10, yeah, all the way to South Africa, Cape Town. Meda Obibia, say Abribia, Muji Britsna, Abdum TV, so share the Jenny. The Jenny season 10, yeah, about South Africa, Cape Town. Now this time, a Jenny at the bro. Yeah, bro, and near my baby. I now you bet me see be near the boy, bra. Ansana meda me guest in Edino. Maminda abwa for Masomas in Anna what you be a. Did you make the bro? Oh, I don't TV so. The Jenny season 10. Ewo Cape Town. A your time heba Misha or see malaria here. A drawback and no one time heba. Now the give us clean care. SCSF. Leave tomato paste. Nedia heba Misha. With a Doom TV and a dimia back Cape Town. So many Ghana for. Ahoho. So African. Yeah. Yeba ho. The Jenny. We touring the world. Internet say, me come in my Jane Cross for me ba. Aha, I the Jenny sing at the Abena Ghana and Korea. Yakwa Jane Cross so about aha, I the Jenny so all the way in South Africa, Cape Town. The Jenny season 10 bro. Baby I will be a meda was say someone did you madi at home. Na boa for so boy na Doom TV. Aso yemu say yen tutu kwine na ye Ghana for ni ahoho say Africa na say all over the world did ye did the Jenny bro baby awo. And me guest no or ye American ya or ye director model esan ye actor wo Cape Town has say South Africa movies bebre and o wo mtiene ye ba betwetwe nkomo na meda wase na makoswa kase koswa na hwedwumadi na niema bebre ene ye dey bro. Mr. Pope.
Hi.
Welcome to the Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Today we're going to talk about your journey so far, how you started everything. You're an actor, a film director, and a producer, model, like everything when it comes to creative arts. And we're glad to have you on Doom TV. So today I want you to tell me about your story. The youth watching us, people are watching us, they want to be inspired. They want to know, how did you get to where you are in South Africa, that you are known, everybody knows what you're doing, and you are so good with what you do. So today, I'm so privileged to have you here.
Thank you.
So you're going to take us through your journey of life. I know we're going to laugh, some kind of tears, some kind of experience, and everything that you want to share with us. So, can we know you?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm originally from California.
Okay.
And, well, I started my journey as a model, and I started, I guess, I did a church fashion show, which was kind of got me started on it, sparked me. And then I went to, an agency in San Francisco saw me, picked me up, put me through some training courses. And so then a friend of mine that I was a friend with, he came to me and said, "Hey, let's go to Japan."
Oh.
Yeah. So we decided, okay, we were going to go to Japan, and it was just basically myself and him. We both had a lot of confidence in ourselves, and we decided, okay, we're going to go to Japan, and we're going to start our journey from Japan.
Okay. So all the way from US, get to Japan, and that's where everything started.
Yes, and we went to Japan with a one-way ticket.
With no return.
With no return.
And how did you get in?
That was the thing, because you can't come into Japan without a round trip ticket. But my friend was a very good looking man, and so when we went to the travel agent kind of had a crush on my friend. So she arranged with the criteria to make it look like we had a round trip ticket.
Oh.
So when we presented it to the control immigrations, they saw a round trip ticket, so they allowed us in. And so then our journey began. We actually left with a one-way ticket and $50 American in our pocket. So we really didn't have nothing.
To start your life journey?
To start our life journey.
How possible is this?
It was. We were so in ourselves as far as confidence that we really didn't realize the risk and how actually crazy we were. But it turned out well. We went there, and we ended up sitting down with the president of Sony.
Okay.
And the president at that time was RCA, also RCA was around. Okay. So we sat with them, talked with them, made appointments with them, and so they told us they liked us, and they said, okay, you have to first get big here in Japan before we can start launching you guys
out there.
Yeah. So we stayed there a year. Well, I stayed a year. My friend actually left after 3 months.
Okay.
And I stayed on in a year, and I ended up having great success in Japan. My agency called me some Japanese name that meant lucky man, and so they've.
And what's that name?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth. Sorry, unfortunately. But they said, yeah, they gave me a Japanese name that meant lucky man because they were really surprised how much work I was getting there.
Okay.
And then, so I stayed there a year, and my goal was, I was the first black male model to do the Tokyo collection from Masuda Nicole. So that was really, that was something, an accomplishment.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was big. And then at the same time I did Masuda Nicole, Masuda Nicole, I got approached by Issey Miyake.
Okay.
So Issey Miyake came to me and said, hey, we love you. We love how you walk. Would you come and do our show in Paris? So that was great. And
okay.
I wanted,
so that's how the $50 started, from Japan to Paris.
To Paris.
The story continues.
On. So
interesting.
I went to Japan, and then I went to Paris.
To Paris, yeah.
And then I was in Paris. I did the collections over there for Masudo.
Okay.
And then I moved to Holland.
Oh.
Because in Japan I met a couple friends in Holland, and they said, come over to Holland. And so I went to Holland, and Holland turned out to be really great because there was a lot of very great photographers, and so they were doing great work. So we did some very timeless photos, and from there I started doing the collection in Milan and in Paris, and then also I went to New York, did the shows there, and then when I was in Milan, I was doing a collection there, and that's when a South African agency approached me and saw my material, and then they were like, hey, we would love you to come over to South Africa. And so that's where my South African journey began.
So now from US to Japan, and then the modeling started.
Yes.
To Paris, and then Holland, and then now South Africa.
Yes.
So that's where all the journey, the hustle, everything is going to happen.
Yes.
Okay, so when you were called to come to South Africa, were you excited because you are in Europe and thinking like Europe is, a bit close to US, the comfort and everything, and you coming to the African side of it? And how was it? Because we know Southern, Eastern, Western, we Africa, and you're not going to get it like USA. Yeah. So how was it?
Well, for me, and I gather for most Black Americans, it's really exciting to come to Africa because it's kind of like a pilgrimage coming back to Africa.
To your roots.
Yeah, to see, to try to identify with your roots, and identify with some roots of where we originate from. And so I was very excited to come to South Africa. I had no idea. I didn't have any preconceptions of what it would look like. I didn't think there was going to be lions running on the road and all these things that you kind of hear. I didn't have any idea.
You were just coming to try your luck.
Just coming to try and just coming to actually see. I was so excited to see. And then when I got here, I was very happy. It was refreshing to see here. And I had been in Europe for quite some time. And being that I was from California, I'm a sun baby. So when I got here, I got the sunshine again. So that kind of made me want to stay longer. Okay,
so now we know how you started the modeling thing, and how did you get into acting and directing? Because you are a model, is the same creative aspects. Some people just do one thing, and others are blessed with multi-talent. So how did you discover you can direct, you can act?
Well, I was well, my agent, the agent I had at my model agency, one of the agents I had, he was an ex-agent for an acting agent. An acting agency. So he came to me one day and he said, Pope, you get a lot of TV commercials where you're not just sitting around and being pretty like a model. You're actually doing acting and selling things, expressing things. And he said, I think you have a natural talent for acting. And I was a bit apprehensive, like, I'm
a model.
Yeah, I'm a model.
And I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready for that. I don't really feel like learning lines and studying things like that.
It's hectic.
Yeah, it was a much more intense work. But then he refused. He refused to let me say no. So he sent me to do the audition for this TV show that was in for the BBC, which is a British show.
Okay.
And at that time it was called Cave Girl.
Okay.
And so he sent me, and I say within 20 minutes of doing the audition, they actually booked me.
Oh.
And he was like, "See, I told you they quickly respond to you. They love you. I told you got something natural with
So
this."
he saw what you didn't see.
He saw what I didn't see.
Yeah, he saw the talent in you.
And then so I did it, and then that started the bug of acting. And okay, there was a trial and error. It didn't all shoot up.
Yeah.
It was had some ups and downs, some highs and lows, but that was all part of the organic learning of acting.
You need to start somewhere.
Exactly. And so I started there, and then I started picking up things. I did some training, went to
Good.
courses, and started doing some acting training so I could
Great.
tighten up my skill.
Great.
And then I ended up going for a movie that Denzel Washington did here.
Okay, that's good. What's the title of the movie?
And it was called Safe House.
Okay, is it on Netflix? Where can we find it?
I think it's on Netflix, but
Okay.
it's also rentable. But I think Netflix is showing it.
Okay.
And so I got a little small role in that, and I got to meet Denzel, and Ryan Reynolds was in it, and Robert Pattinson. So there was some really great actors in there that did it. So, and they were very, very nice people. So we all got along and did a great movie.
Great.
And yeah, so then I did some other movies. I got to work on something with Mel Strip, and
Oh.
then, yeah, I didn't work with her personally, but she was in the movie.
And that's enough. So
Yeah.
it means like now you're more into the acting than what brought you to South Africa, and that's the modeling thing.
Yeah, well, fortunately for myself, I'm able to do both.
Oh,
So,
great.
yeah, I'm still doing the modeling, and because now they, for a bit older now, as you can see, I've gotten gray now. And
If I may ask, how old are you?
I
Wow,
am
that's great.
I am 50.
Oh, you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Well
Thank you.
done.
Thank
Well
you.
done. You look good. So now someone is watching me. The person wants to act. The person wants to, get into the creative space. But most of them are kind of tense because it's not easy to be in this space. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, like everything. Your mental health, everything should be sound before you can really penetrate. And yet the journey. So I will Cape Town. Yani Pope. Energy chinkomo. Ani. But say betu wasono. Mami dami ho enko G enko to abua for yeba. Yeba to na brabo akontu so enko baby a. Cheme me ba isia. Yako Aquajin Krato Aba Aha the journey so now me Kai will say yeah did the journey season 10 all the way from South Africa, Cape Town. And I'm a guest your friend Pope or yeah American yeah waba bet na South Africa or yeah nyama bebre inti jibre na yendi nkomo na me nim say be na so afa bibi back me ewo program so Pope, welcome back.
Thank you.
Before I went for a commercial break, we were talking about the creative space here, art industry in Cape Town, like in South Africa as a whole. How is it like?
Well, in South Africa, there's a lot of creativity here, a lot of talent, an amazing talent here.
Wow.
And I find it's a fair market, and it's fair to give everybody an opportunity. It's expanding
to excel.
To excel, and it's expanding more. The market's opening up more. As far as film goes, there's more South African content being shown out to the world.
Okay.
And South Africa is also a place where a lot of the world likes to come and shoot their films and shoot their TV series and TV commercials.
I've been watching most of your things on Netflix, and I love it.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. And so there's a lot of that come here to shoot stuff. So there's a lot of opportunities. And for workers, the crew in South Africa are very talented, and
I can tell.
Yeah, so they love to come here and use the crew and use the talent here.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of opportunities for different type of things, for different type of movies, TV series, and
modeling,
TV commercials, modeling.
Anything?
Yes, and modeling season, when the summertime comes here, it's a great modeling season. All the international models come here.
Okay, that's where you really make your money, when it's summer.
In the summertime, yes, in the season.
to just be exhibiting the clothes you wear, what
exactly
they want us to buy.
Exactly, because a lot of clients come in to shoot their catalogs and things like that.
Okay.
So then there's a lot of opportunities.
So I want to come here. Can I fit in?
Absolutely.
Am I gonna get roles?
Yes. With your beautiful face, you absolutely can.
Oh, thank you. So let's get a bit inside your love life, your personal issues, which we want to dwell in a bit. How is it like being out there? And you know, when it comes to creative art space, like the celebrities and all that, they find it difficult when it comes to marriages, dating, relationship, because if you don't get a partner who really understands and knows what you do, it's always like you're on set, you've been here for hours, and they'll be like, no, you with this lady, you cheating, today this, today that. You need to have that peace of mind. How is that journey to?
Well, that's a difficult journey, and and it's also can be rewarding if you find the right person.
The right person.
The right person who supports you, because in this business, it's always good to have someone support you, to give you a helping hand.
Yeah, that peace of mind.
Exactly, and also, you know, when sometimes things don't go quite the way you want it to go, it's good to have someone there to tell you, hey, it's okay, keep your head up, and give you a hug, and then you keep moving forward. Myself, fortunately, I've been doing this journey on my own, so I've learned to hug myself.
Oh, so you're not married? You don't have kids?
No, I have kids.
Where?
I have kids. They're in America.
Oh, okay. How many?
I have 2 sons, and
Oh.
I have 2 sons, and I also have a beautiful young daughter here.
Oh, so you have 3?
I have 3 kids.
You lucky?
Yeah, I am fortunate.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So aside you being in the creative art industry, do you also do different things? Because in Ghana, most of them, some are having businesses aside. As you said, it's not every day that the contract is going to be rewarding. Sometimes you need to sacrifice to get to the top. So you being a parent, you need to provide for your kids. Even if you're not married, you need to provide for yourself too, to get the brand out there. How do you cope and how do you survive?
Well, fortunately for myself, the business is very good to me.
Okay.
And so I'm able to, you know.
Oh, good for you.
Exactly. I'm able to get some, you know, when it gets a bit dark, work continues to be a bit consistent.
Good.
And I do voiceovers, so that also comes in at times when maybe it's a bit quiet. Then I'll get some voice work, and I'll do some voiceovers for TV commercials.
Good.
I've done some voiceovers for Nigerian TV
You
commercials.
everywhere.
My bits and pieces everywhere.
Oh, so if you're not doing the modeling thing, you directing, you acting, you're doing voiceover.
Yes.
Whoa, that's big.
Yeah, so it keeps me active, and it keeps my creative muscle going, which is very important, because if you don't keep your creative muscle going, that gets dormant, and then it can get a bit lazy, and then you can get out of the time what's going on. You know? So you want to keep your creative muscle going, so you can keep with what's current.
Okay,
so you can keep yourself in there.
Yeah.
You know that.
Have you thought of coming to West Africa, to Ghana? Because we have great talent there. We have producers who are doing amazing work, directors. Have you thought of it like, can I do collaboration with Ghana, Nigeria? Because we're all Africans, we can sell our culture. And have you thought of it?
Well, I have worked with Nigerians, the Nigerian people.
Okay.
I haven't quite yet, unfortunately, worked with the Ghana people. I would love to, and I would love to go to Ghana.
Oh.
So if anybody who wants to send me a trip, I'm ready to go travel.
They should contact me.
Yes.
They should contact me.
They should contact her.
Yes, they should contact me.
Contact her and let her know to get me over to Ghana. No.
That's great. Oh,
yes.
We're about to go.
So quick.
I was asking if you will come to Ghana, and now you said that you want to come to Ghana.
Yes.
And that's amazing. And we have an award coming on, so we're going to talk about it. That's the Ghana Arts and Entertainment Awards, and this is the 5th year, so it's kind of big. So we're going to talk about that later. But before I go, I have this nice flowers for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
For the journey when you come, we need to appreciate you and tell you we love you so much.
Thank you.
So this flower is for you.
Thank you.
Then I have this flag.
Yes,
from Ghana. So I need to give you this, and then you put it there, and anytime you see it, you have to say I'm coming to Ghana to visit Abena in the creative arts industry.
For sure,
so I'm getting you this, and then I have this frame.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa,
I have this for you.
You look
so
stunning.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
And thank you. My pleasure.
I'm glad to have you here. Before you go, I want you to say one or two things to the people watching us, to the youth, people who think they cannot make it in life. What do you want to tell them?
Okay. I would love to tell you, anybody who's aspiring to do this entertainment business, modeling, acting, directing, or producing, firstly, is put God first. With God, you can do anything, and everything is possible. That was my main thing that kept me going through the whole journey, even though times were tough. As long as I was centered in God, the Lord was there for me, and he always made opportunities. And so I would say that to the youth: believe in God, trust the Lord, and then put your dreams out there and dream big, because we have a big God and he makes all things possible.
We have a big God and he makes all things possible. Thank you so
Lord
much
Jesus.
for joining me. Aha, any did you mad in besi? Asidanko mabwa for that's it. Yes, share the journey. So I will say the journey season 10 all the way in Cape Town. Macau, Midasi.